Any of you secret Stortford buffs know anything about these tunnels, right? Because we'd like to go in there. You'll come along, won't you?
I'd come along.
I had no idea how significant this place was.
And then you're going to smack that ball.
Smack it.
Really hard.
No, is that too hard? Did I? You mean smack it onto the?
Yeah.
Smack it onto the wheel.
This is a great start.
Tell everyone what you just said.
It's literally my dream to be in a YouTube video, so I'm really happy.
Oh, that is sweet. Good morning everyone and welcome to another episode of A Day in the UK, and today we are in Stortford, which is a historic market town in Hertfordshire, and right now I'm standing in Castle Gardens. We're going to check out Waytemore Castle, but let me tell you a little bit about Stortford first. So the town took its origins from the ford over the river, now known as the Stort. And the town is not named after the river, actually it's the other way around. Anyway, let's check out this Waytemore Castle, shall we? Right, I'm at the top of the mound where the castle would have sat, and there's some scattered ruins. Cracking place to have a picnic actually, if it's a nice summer's day. At the moment it's looking a little bit ominous, but lovely place to sit. Let's talk a little bit about the castle, shall we? When William the Conqueror came to England in 1066, he ruled the county ruthlessly, constructing motte and bailey castles at strategic positions. Waytemore Castle, like Berkhamsted Castle, guards the way north from London. Later roads, canals and railways have used the same crucial routes. At the top of the motte, only the last remains of stone walls are visible as evidence of various medieval building phases. These walls, however, go down at least 2.2 metres into the motte, and no doubt in part represent the rebuilding work done by King John after having previously destroyed it. The castle belonged to the Bishop of London, and between 1209 and 1213, John was at complete odds with the church to the point of open hostility. The later history of the castle concerns its primary use as the Bishops of London's own prison. Gradually in late medieval times, the castle became less important, as under the Commonwealth confiscations in 1649, the site was sold and the useful material was used to build an inn, the Cherry Tree, which is no longer in existence. Can't get out of Castle Gardens because I met this fella, right? What's your name, mate?
Tom.
Tom, what were you telling me there, mate?
So if you go into town,
yeah,
I don't know how factual this is.
Yeah.
I've only lived here for the last 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
But they re-diverted the river, so the river actually used to run through town.
Okay.
And there used to be a big old sort of wooden bridge that the river used to run under.
Oh, amazing, yeah.
But they knocked the river out.
Okay.
Sorry, they knocked the bridge down. And
when do you reckon that would have been then? That would have been...
Probably in the early 1850s.
I was going to say, yeah.
1860s. So the story goes and legend says, the oldest buildings in Stortford are still connected. So there's supposed to be underground tunnels, and one underground tunnel was actually supposed to lead from this mound all the way into town. No way. Where the older buildings are.
Oh, I'm loving that.
And there's more like connections of tunnels underneath.
Right, hang on a minute, right. Any of you secret Stortford buffs know anything about these tunnels, right? Because we'd like to go in there. You'll come along, won't you?
I'd come along.
Yeah,
I've been looking for these tunnels since I've been. I bet
everyone's been looking for these tunnels. I want to get myself inside these tunnels. I love a tunnel. But that's amazing, mate. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
I'll get on my way. Before you go, Stortford or Bishop Stortford?
Bishop Stortford.
Right.
It's the correct vernacular.
Lovely. Thank you very much, mate.
No
nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Cheers. Take care. Ta-da. Okay, time to leave Castle Park, and with a wall memorial in the backdrop, we are off to the Stortford River Walk. Let's do it. So I've taken a little gander through Stortford before, but I've not really explored it, and I've never been on this river walk. Just imagine living in one of these gorgeous little narrow boats, or just on the side of the canal. Stunning. Stortford grew up as an ancient river crossing and Iron Age settlement at Walbury Dells. Just 2 miles downstream on the Essex side of the river dates from about 400 BC. After 1769, the River Stort was made navigable and the town became a stop on the main coach road between Cambridge and London. This really is an ancient river. The River Stort is mentioned in the 1086 Domesday Book. By the 18th century, there were 4 mills driven by the Stort, indicating the importance of grain for the local economy. The Stort navigation was opened for commercial use towards the end of 1769, with barges carrying various products such as rye, wheat, malt dust, barley, oats, coal, lime, and particularly malts from the important malting industry in Stortford. So as you can see, I've left the river and I'm on the way to the museum, but As I approach it, which is the South Mills Arts Centre, that's where the museum and the art centre is, I've just seen something interesting, so I'm going to cross the road and show you. Right? Come with me. Here it is. You see these? These are almshouses. Check them out. Okay? But there's a little plaque over here. King's Cottages, 31st of October 1905, erected by Sir Walter Gilby, Bart, in memory of his wife. So why are they called King's Cottages? Well, I'll tell you why. King Edward VII passed along South Street on the day the almshouse foundations were being laid, and he allowed them to be named King's Cottages. They were founded in 1906 by Sir Walter Gilby of Elsenham, the gin magnate, in memory of his wife. South Mill Arts. Let's check it out. Chris, is it?
Chris.
Chris, nice to meet you. And I hear you're the curator of the
I am
museum.
the curator of Bishop Stortford Museum, yes.
Pretend I'm a complete novice on Bishop Stortford, because I am.
So yeah, we had a Roman settlement here.
Yeah.
In the 17th, 18th, 19th centuries, the river was incredibly important for us. It's not a canal, it's a navigated river, which linked us to London. And
Yep.
if you don't mind with me, there's
sure.
a fabulous quote that
Go on.
dates from that time. 1769,
Yeah.
the navigation opens, and now the town of Stortford is open to all parts of the world. This was a massive step change in the fortunes of the town. We ended up with the Corn Exchange being built in the town centre.
Yeah.
I think it's 1842, the
Yeah.
railway came to Bishop Stortford,
Yeah.
and we became a commuter town.
Can we take a look at the museum, Chris?
Certainly, come on.
Brilliant, let's do it. Right, we're in a significant room here, Chris.
Yeah.
Right here.
This is the room that the infamous, in the modern world, Cecil Rhodes was born in. What we try and do in this room is just take you on the journey from that little boy who loved cricket when he lived in Bishop Stortford to the figure who now graces the front of Oriel College.
Oh, wow.
And is the centre of such controversy. And this is the story of how that person grew. Oh, somebody once asked me, why did Bishop Stortford develop in the way that it did? And my answer was, we were on the way to somewhere else. We've always been somewhere where people ended up going to while they were going to somewhere else.
It's a stopover, but they sort of, they're coaching in, so people would actually stay there, wouldn't they?
Oh,
overnight.
Absolutely, yeah. And we had some very famous, Charles II.
Yeah?
He stayed here. Samuel Pepys, as in the biographer and chronicler of the Great Fire of London and what have you, he stayed here, and he was great friends. He was a fan of the Reindeer Inn. He used to go there, which was a house of ill repute, run by Betty Ainsworth, who was kicked out of, I think it was Cambridge. She was kicked out for running a bawdy house there. So she set up in Bishop Stortford and was running that there. And Samuel Pepys says that he knew her very well.
Look at this. This is actual village stock. Is this authentic?
And these are quite an incredible one in that they're a combination. You've got the stocks where you'd have to sit with your feet trapped. And then this rather unpleasant thing, these are manacles that would be used to hold you in place as a whipping post, or in lieu of what they call a pillory, which is when you were held up high. So really not a very nice
nasty
thing. Yeah.
People would have actually had their hands in this very stock.
Yeah, the wrists would have been clamped in there, and then you'd have had locks holding that down, so you'd have been stuck like this, and then whoever came past could have done what they liked, or you could have been whipped or whatever. So pretty
nasty.
grim.
So Chris, what you're just saying, there's been some pretty amazing performers here.
Absolutely, we've had an incredible list of performers here through the 1960s. A local guy, Alan Goldsmith, he was a promoter, and he got an incredible bunch of up and coming new acts to perform here right the way through the 1960s and early 70s. And so one of my favourite stories is about Pink Floyd, who played here in April 1967.
That is epic.
We've also had Elton John. He performed here when he was still known as Reg Dwight as part of Bluesology.
Elton John performed here.
Rod Stewart was here.
You're
when
joking.
He was in Soul Traders. No, we've had the Moody Blues. We've had the Who. We've had Cream.
I had no idea how significant this place was. And that's in the auditorium, is it?
And we're really, really lucky because we've actually still got the original stage.
See you later. Thank you so much, mate. Absolutely amazing. Right, fresh from being taken around the museum by Chris, I bumped into Noshi here. There she is. And she's taken me into The auditorium. This is the only theatre here
Yes. We do theatre. This can also be cinema. We've got children's shows.
Oh, so this doubles up as a cinema as well?
Yes, it does.
Oh, amazing. Have you got like a panto coming up this year?
We've got a Christmas show.
You've got a Christmas show, right?
That is something we do. We've got a Christmas show this year.
All right.
It's called Rapunzel.
And like the cinema, how does that work? Is that a projector screen that comes down?
Yeah, so if you come on stage.
Go on.
Here we've got the big projector screen.
Oh,
comes
right.
down from this base up here.
Yeah.
And then if we look straight at the back, just under those blue lights is where our projector lives. So we
amazing.
just bring this screen into here, hit it with the projector.
Yeah.
We've got our own little cinema, which is lovely.
Oh, that's beautiful. Nosheen, take care.
Yeah, you too.
All the best, yeah? What about that? You know what I can't believe as well? I had no idea about the musical history there. Bowie, Elton John, Cream, Pink Floyd, and that's just a few of them. Absolutely incredible. Right, I am now on the way to the Little Arts Workshop. I'm not going to tell you what it's for, it's a surprise. So I'll see you when I get there. Let's do this. This is Jessica, and you run this place, do you?
Yes.
Brilliant stuff. What are we going to show me today, Jessica?
We're going to have a go at throwing
Throwing what?
on the pottery wheel.
Why are you slapping the ball of clay?
The more you slap it, the more supple the clay will become.
I was going to say, it looks quite abusive to the clay.
You have to tell the clay to be a ball.
Right.
You don't want.
I like that. You put your intention into the clay. You're going to become a ball.
And then you're going to smack that ball
Smack it.
really hard.
No, is that too hard? Did I? You mean smack it onto the?
Yeah.
Smack it onto the wheel.
This is a great style.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So slap it on there. We don't want it to move. It's got to be stuck onto that plate. All right.
So
Okay.
I'm going to make the ball of clay wet, and you're going to wet your hands in the bottom of water.
Go on.
Right, and then I'm going to turn the wheel, and it's going to
Right,
spatter a little.
It's going to spatter, is it? Okay, good. Has anyone done this? Any of you done this? Let me know in the comments. Jessica's covering my jeans because it's splattering everywhere.
So you're going to put both your hands on that.
Oh yeah.
And you're going to make it into a cone. And then you're going to push that cone down. Your hands on the top.
Okay.
Squeeze the edges.
Squeeze the edges.
And you're going to make it into a cone shape.
And make it into. Oh, I like that. Hello, mate.
Ground your elbows.
Ground the elbows. Yeah.
That's
okay. Okay. So that. But actually, no. That's once it gets smooth.
It's really soft, smooth clay.
Okay. Good. Good. And now what?
So now you're going to take one hand and support it, and the other hand you're going to angle.
Yeah.
And push it down.
Okay.
Sort of mushroom.
Okay.
Angle that hand a little bit.
Angle that hand.
Bottom of your hand down. That's
Alright. Oh, hang a minute.
Down, down, down. Use muscles in your back
Yeah.
to push. That's your lateral muscles.
Okay. I feel like it's going wrong, Jess.
It's not.
How's that?
Cool.
Good?
Right, now you want to start a sort of cylinder shape before you start throwing. The trickiest part when you're throwing is getting it centred.
It needs to be centred before you throw the pot, apparently.
Otherwise you're going to have a wonky pot.
Okay.
Now take your hand on the side.
Yeah.
You right or left-handed?
Right-handed.
So if you use your left hand to support it, elbow down, and then you're going to take your thumb, find the centre point with this thumb,
right,
and then you're going to drive it down all the way to the base, but not through it, otherwise you'll have a cylinder and not a bowl.
How's that?
Good. Brilliant. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your finger and your thumb,
right,
and you're going to pinch that wall out towards your fingers, but you're going to support with that hand, and you're going to do your finger and thumb with that hand. Squeeze those walls out, and try and get.
Am I bringing it up?
A little bit, yeah. Slow down.
Hello. What have we got here? Have I made like a Roman pot or something? It's fine.
You want all your walls to be an even thickness.
Okay. So I've decided to make a bowl. So what am I doing from here then? Right, I'm going to take my hand.
That's the angle that your bowl's going to be.
Right,
So mirror my hand.
Okay, good.
And then you're going to take your fingers and you're just going to pull those walls towards that hand. Okay, so if you angle that one out a bit, you can put it out further if you want, or you can keep it a sort of upright hold.
do.
That's a really lovely shape.
How's that?
That's beautiful.
I like that.
Just got to get it off the wheel in one bit.
Brilliant.
Right, now you can dry, take the sponge and
Yeah.
pinch it like that.
Yeah.
You can dry the inside.
Okay. Why are we drying the inside?
So it's not too wet, so that you can have a nicer finish on the inside.
Okay, so for the finish of the inside, okay. Oh, nice. Oh, I see, yeah, good.
That's like your maker's marks. Because it's made by hand, you want to show that it's made by hand.
That looks really nice.
You can take a little bit away from the foot.
Yeah.
Scrape in that. So keep it nice and flat on the base.
Yeah.
Just nudge in and take excess clay away.
Okay.
And then just take your finger and give it a nice smooth finish at the bottom. That's it.
What about that? This is Liam, he's been helping me with the camera because my hand's been filthy. So big up to Liam. You're going to be a cameraman when you grow older. Yeah, well done, mate. Jess, thank you so much. Brilliant, brilliant tutorial. What you got here then? Is this the...
This is where the magic happens.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is the kiln. We've got another one here, but that's warm still. So
Okay, good stuff. How long does it take then to for the pot to be ready in the kiln?
so it needs to dry. So
Yep.
a few days it will dry. I
Yep.
will turn the base so that it's nice and neat as well, and it
Okay.
stands flat.
Brilliant.
And then it will go in the kiln
Yep.
to be fired, bisque fired.
What's
and
that? What's that?
So bisque fired is when it turns it from wet clay into pottery, into
Okay.
hard ceramic.
Great.
And then you can either come back and paint it with our special underglaze paint,
Yeah.
and then we'll glaze fire it for you, or we can dip it all in a clear and you can have a white bowl.
Thank you so much. Brilliant job. Right, I'm off. Cheers, Jess.
No worries.
Thank you very much. What about that? What do you think of my pot throwing skills? Not bad, not bad. Anyway, as I'm walking towards the town centre, which is the next stop, I've come across this. Millars 3. Standing on land once called South Street Field are three of the finest remaining maltings left in the town, each erected at various times in the 19th century. The buildings are officially known as Millars 1, 2 and 3 to commemorate the original maltster, Joshua Miller. Malting is a process that converts the starch in cereal grain, usually barley, to alternative forms of sugar used in brewing. It was the malting industry that brought Bishop Stortford wealth, fame and long-term employment. Now there's lots of different businesses set up within Millars 3 and Bishop Stortford's escape rooms is one of them. You're doing it, aren't you?
Yeah, we are. We've come up from Brighton.
Yeah.
And in fact, the rest of the Elite Six, as we like to call ourselves.
Oh yeah.
We're coming up to do the overnight escape room. We're really looking forward to it. We love escape rooms, so
You've done a few of them, have you?
Yeah, we've done quite a few, but we've never done an overnight one. So it's really
I'll tell
exciting.
you what, when he told me about, I just popped in there, when he said they do overnight, I've never even heard of it. It's
No.
like a hotel, but the best hotel you can
Yeah,
get.
totally.
Amazing. As I make my way into the town centre, I've got to tell you about a crime that happened in the early 1900s. In March and April 1825, a number of buildings in Bishop Stortford were set alight, causing great alarm. A committee that formed offered a £500 reward for information on the arsonist. Several threatening letters were received, warning that Stortford shall be laid in ashes. Thomas Rees was arrested and found guilty on the charge of sending the letters, but not of arson. He was transported to Australia as a convict. I didn't realise it was market day, which is a nice surprise. So yeah, let's go and find out what the market's like, shall we? How you doing? You all right? Have you been on this market stall long?
34 years.
What's that accent?
I know I'm not old enough.
You're not early. I was going to say you're 28.
I am Scottish. I am from Edinburgh.
Edinburgh's absolutely stunning.
It is beautiful.
Why are you here and not in Edinburgh? Edinburgh's a beautiful city.
Because my mum and dad brought me here when I was 13 years old and I didn't have much say in the matter.
Oh, I see.
But I'm glad they did.
And what we got? You here every week, are you?
Every Thursday, yes.
Every Thursday, yeah?
Every bowl on the table is £1.
Everything for a quid.
Every English strawberries are £1 a box.
Oh, lovely. And what's your name?
Angie.
Angie.
Yes,
See you later.
Nice to meet you.
You too. Ta-da. How long have you been here for?
Since 6:30 this morning.
Very good. Very good.
22 years.
22 years, yeah? You know what? I'm glad that you're still going as well. So many stalls just fold over the years, don't they?
It is, yeah, it's hard.
I bet it is. I bet you've seen this market stall, not this market stall, I bet you've seen this market drop off in terms of the stalls over the years.
Hugely, yeah.
Hugely. How have you survived?
You've just got to diverse. You've got to change what you're doing. Unfortunately, prices got to go up as well.
So basically, diversify, don't moan, and just change things up, basically, survive. Yeah,
basically.
Nice. Hello.
Hello.
What's your name, lovely?
Carla.
Carla runs Curious and Creations. And what is it that you sell here? Because it looks like loads of different interesting objects and bits and pieces.
Really quirky things. There's lovely, like Abigail Ahern, lovely statues. I would sell specialist paints and materials and lots of different things. I sell these.
Oh, you sell these? What is Carla's history?
I started off at school and it's all I wanted to do was art.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to do was sit in the mountains and paint.
Is this where your heart is? Is this what you're doing now?
It is with painting, but I do therapy work as well.
Oh, you do therapy work as well? Like what?
Psychotherapy, hypnotherapy,
do you?
past life regression. I kind of like to use my natural instinct or spirituality, like in linking with anyone. So whatever, bringing out what is best for them.
Oh, really?
What makes them happy? What empowers that person? So the same in their home. What makes them feel good in their home?
Yeah, got it.
Rather than just my way of thinking.
Right, yeah. So you use what people's passions and interests are in order to understand and get out their true potential, basically. Yeah. But it's so lovely to meet you. See you later, Carla. It wouldn't be a day in the UK if I didn't finish off with a cafe, and I've heard about this South Street Pantry from a few people and online as well. So why not? Let's go and check it out, shall we? Look at this. Hello. How you doing? What's your story then? What's the story behind the
South Street Pantry?
The South Street Pantry, yeah.
We make everything here from like old family recipes.
Do you?
Yeah.
Old family, your family?
Yeah, my family.
Who's it in particular then? Your mum?
My mum, my dad, and I come from an Italian background, so we're big eaters and big foodies.
What's your name, lovely?
Danielle.
Danielle, lovely to meet you, lovely. Thank you very much.
Enjoy.
Cheers. How you doing? You alright?
Yeah, all good, all good.
Good.
I come here like almost every single week, so I
Every week?
enjoy.
You're a main customer?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, good for you.
You should try the chocolate brownie, it's really nice.
What else would you recommend?
I just had a coffee myself, so I would recommend the coffee.
Any chocolate cake, I love chocolate cake.
Oh mate,
a lot of them.
Everyone loves a bit of chocolate cake.
A lot of cake, so whatever you choose is good. So.
Lovely. Cheers guys. Right, let's take a look at the menu, shall we? So we've got a lovely set of breakfast here. We've got homemade soups, pantry sandwiches, spuds, warm open bagels. Oh yeah, hello. And we've got some pantry lunch alternatives, pulled pork brioche. Hello. And what I really like about this place is, look, the set of teas, loads of different teas. And obviously they have coffee as well. But you know what? It's got to be the tea. Marnie, hello. Marnie's just said, tell everyone what you just said.
It's literally my dream to be in a YouTube video, so I'm really happy.
Oh, that is sweet. And I filmed you earlier, didn't I? But now I've got you. Now your dream has been accomplished. How do you feel about that?
I'm actually really happy right now.
Right, I've just ordered the tea and here it is. Here we go. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. In my opinion, there's a big difference between loose leaf tea and bag tea. I'm not saying bag tea isn't bad. I mean, I have bag tea every morning, it's fine. But I'm sorry, and you can disagree with me in the comments if you want, but you cannot beat a decent loose leaf tea. This is lovely. She's got the cake list. What's your name, lovely?
It's Finley.
Finley.
It is, yeah.
Finley's got the cake list. Right, it's got to be a Victoria sponge. When you're having a loose leaf tea, you've got to go for the classic, right?
Yeah, it does.
You've got to do it.
Victoria sponge cake.
Looks amazing.
Yeah, there you go. Enjoy.
Look at that. Hello. Thank you very much. Wow, look at that buttercream. And that is very important. We need to know if the cake is soft. Oh, it feels soft. Just give me a moment. Give me a moment. That is absolutely stunning. Beautiful buttercream, silky smooth and sweet with that lovely raspberry jam. Sponge is important, you've got to get the sponge right, yeah? There it is. Lovely and soft. And with the combination of the jam and the buttercream, that is a winner. That is a winner. Look at that again. Check it out. Woohoo! Oh mate, you've got to wash it down with a cup of tea. Get the sweetness and the tea mixed together. Right, I was so impressed with the jam filling. I called Finley over and I said, are these your homemade jams? Turns out they are. Tell me, what we got here?
Right, today you've got your raspberry jam.
Yeah,
that is found in your Victoria sponge.
Right, so this is the chilli jam here.
If you want it on the cheese scone or a smashed avocado on toast, that gets laid on the bread.
So many options, so many options. Look at these pancakes they're bringing out as well. Wow. Right, I'm going to finish up my cake and my tea. Get yourself to South Street Pantry. Epic. I'm off. See you later. Take care. Ta-da. Right, it's time for me to say goodbye to Bishop Stortford, right outside the brilliant South Street Pantry. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I shall see you again soon. Cheers.